All right, I'm back again. Saturday, and late winter is not wanting to let up here in the Northwest. I mean, it's low 50s, rain off and on, but should be getting warmer by now. But then again, I'd take this over like 90 plus anyway, especially when working. So can't complain too much. And I'm inside, just have to deal with a couple leaks here and there, but no biggie. Anyway, so I did unscrew these, and yep, this subfloor adhesive isn't all that sticky because I was able to pound this back into shape here. I didn't record it, but I did the nail plates there. You guys have seen me do enough of those. Maybe I'll give you a few seconds of the other ones I have to do. But right now, the issue I have is, well, we have to put one more subfloor here, which is not an issue, but this is where the electrical panel is, so kind of scary, although not too bad because at the main power meter that comes to the house, I just switched the breaker off, so turned off all my electricity in here, so there is no hot wires coming up here. So not too bad, but just trying to figure out how to cut around this. I just have to cut around this pole, and then but trying to get it underneath all this might be a little bit of a pain. So we'll figure that out right now, see how that works. I have to take this beam off here, but it has these weird, the old school trailer screws that are like, they're like rectangle. I don't have a bit for that, so I'll try to use a square bit, but it might just strip out all these. And if that's the case, then I'll just use a Sawzall bit to cut them back there. But that was a scary proposition when there was power coming to this. But now that I got it shut off at the main outside, not just the main breaker here, I won't have to sweat about it too much. So hopefully I won't get shocked, and you can watch me do this. All right, let's go. All right, just bringing it back a second, and this is that board that had gotten glued out of place and just banging it out of there. And yeah, it wasn't too bad. Now we're just working on the electrical panel here, getting that last board out of the way and stripped the drill bit. So yeah, just using the Sawzall there to get those screws cut out, and doing the measurements to figure out where I need to cut this board here to get the get it snugged around that main power wire. And yep, got her done, no problem. And we'll go back to the glue down and screw down technique. And this board went in there a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, so not bad. Got that out of the way. Got her all screwed down. And this last board here on the corner, it was in pretty good shape except for one little part there where my hand was. And I figured, well, I got one more 2x6, and so we might as well just put a fresh piece in there, just for quality's sake. And we'll give you a few more bits of me putting the nail plate in there, and one last scene of doing the major plumbing soldering. And I get the question a lot why I didn't go with PEX, and yeah, I do like PEX, but I kind of like copper, but the main reason was all permitting. If I did like kind, I just needed a permit. If I did PEX, I have to get an engineer design, so it's all cost. Alrighty, so we got this in here. Got the solders on all these ones. T's there. They're just open-ended down there. One of them, let's see here. Oop, all the wires in my way. So this one here that sticks farther out is the cold water water main intake. It's laying down there. It'll hook into there, and then also we'll have like a T where it comes in and then goes up here, so it goes into the water heater that's going to be here, and then the hot water comes out and goes into the shorter one there. And so the top water line here, that's the hot water one. And this one here is the cool water. So hopefully all the solders are good. Some of them are ugly. Actually, they're all ugly. Because who knows if I know what I'm doing. We're going to find out one of these days when I drill the holes in the floor to bring them up. And then I can cap them all off. and then get the hookups for the water heater, and then I'll hook up that water main, turn it on, and see if we have some watertight solder joints. So it's going to be a while, but crossing my fingers on that one. Alrighty. Alright, now we're past that. We're just gluing and screwing the last run at the end here. Everything's going smoothly, getting closer to the end. And I was running out of juice in the battery for this one, so we just give you a little snippet for each one, but we've gone through many of these together, so yep, just a quick hit here and there is good enough, I suppose. But look at that, the last full pieces. So we're coming down to the last half sheets. So just measuring on how much I need to go for the width and depth on these last two sheets. And I did have to like pound them in from outside, and I just didn't record that aspect, but you get the point. They were set in there nicely, and we got the last one going in, and then we get the joy of just taking the leaf blower and cleaning everything out of there, all the sawdust and whatnot, buttoning it up. Oh my goodness, look at this. We got it all the way down there, and these two worked pretty well. It was a little pain in the behind to get these seated in there because they wanted to sit above the tongue and groove, but I had to go outside and pound them in, so I couldn't like stand on them and pound it. So on this one, I just put a bunch of weight on it, and it finally got in there. I could hold it down on that end with my hand from the outside and push it in, so that's what I did. Same on this one, but yeah. This one, this was the top sheet on the pallet I got, so I've just been sitting in the sun somewhere at a lumber yard forever, and that's why it's discolored, but it's in great shape too. And yeah, we saw that the back end of this one was bad, so it was good to use it on here. And actually, some of the straps had kind of crushed the back end of it, so it was good to cut that one too, so that worked out really well. But yeah, nice to have these all done. I can walk from the front to the back of my house looking up and not worrying about if I'm going to fall through the floor, because I had fallen through the floor plenty of times. Anyway, on to the next thing.